So today's fun. Went to put the left window down. It dropped about 2 feet. It's down about 1/3 as far as when instantaneously. So apparently something has come apart, broke, whatever. I'm gonna leave it right there, and we're gonna have to figure out how to get into there and fix that. So I want to break this up and hopefully I can splice all the videos together, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, once that panel's off of there, let's see what's going on here. There's the winder. I see something in there. Doesn't look quite right. Alright, we're gonna try to film this. Try to get the window to come up at the same time. Okay. I heard it popping. Let's see what happens. Alright, well, whatever that is, that appears to be a problem. Alright, so I'll come back. Alright, well, pushing the controls. I've had this come out. I'm thinking it's not supposed to be that way. So it looks like maybe the cable failed, or the end of the cable. So I'm going to drop the motor out of there and have a look-see. I assume pull those 3 bolts right there, 1, 2, and 3. But it might just pop right off, and we'll see what happens. Okay, this is kind of going to be a redundant wrap up of the left-hand window motor and regulator assembly replacement. Just a quick shot of what they look like. Goes in there sort of like that. This thing ends up over here. Not quite like that configuration because the things are all screwed up. Anyway, my regulator busted. That part. Rock Auto sells this whole assembly pretty cheap. Anyway, just gonna do a quick rundown because it's pretty easy. My compliments to JWG Mail. His video reminded me of one little thing. I ran into a problem. I put the whole assembly in there. The window's stuck about 2 inches up. These bolts have to be facing out, or the regulator runs into that, as he correctly surmised. So, I was lucky enough. I already had bolts. These, I believe, come this way. I already had bolts. These are bolts with nuts on them. In my case, they're kind of long. So this is all pretty straightforward in my case. Otherwise, you got to drill them out, as he shows you. But just a couple of quick little things. Basically, what you're going to do is take out those 2, the 3, the motor, the connector, these 2 up here, and there's one on either side of here, and this little carrier is glued silicone to the window, so this stays put. That little those little forks right there are going to hold that. They'll sit right in there. You bolt these in here. You can reach in here with a 10mm. I reached in through the other side over here, lift it up a little bit, and got that out of here. 11mm, 10mm down here again. Trickiest part of this whole thing is getting this stinking door panel off. Not really a big deal, but you have to watch out for a couple of things. He kind of went around and about on it. In my case, my trim, this is a conversion van. None of this trim has to come off. There are two, as he showed, securing bolts. One screws, one there, a little guy up there. My tricky one, I had a plug in the bottom here. There's one in this corner you need to make sure you get out. That one held me up. There's another one in this corner. The rest of it, once you get that out of there, busted. This thing sits on these little brackets. I think he showed you a picture of that too. A lot of times they're going to be broken, but they just pop on in there. This little gizmo pops out of there. If you don't do it right, you break these things off. Good old Tom Petty. Here's what one looks like when it's not broken. My other side broke off. That goes up in there. So it's kind of a rehash of what he's shown already. Let me see if I can do this, just to give a quick rundown on how it goes. I don't know if I can do that in one piece. These things just pop right on. It'll basically just drop right in there, and then you put the screws and stuff back together. The only issue I ran into was when I put it all back together that the window's stuck up in there, and that was to make sure these are pointed out so there's no clearance problems in the back. Other than that, pretty straightforward. I think that's about it.